This video explains how to set up your actuators on a Jandy AquaLink control system. This is actually a Jandy actuator in the box. You can see the part number there. And let's familiarize yourself with it when you first open it out of the box. So you open it up and you'll see the cord wrapped around the top. This is the Jandy actuator right here. And what you're going to find is that there's a little switch on the bottom of this actuator. Notice that it is in the center position. That means it is not going to respond to the control system. If you flip it to one position, it'll go in one direction. If you flip it in the other position, it will go to the other direction. So for now, we're going to leave it in the center position. And of course, one of the other things is it comes out of the box and it will rotate 180 degrees. However, if you put a handle on this, you'll notice it's in the center position. So when you set your valve up, you want to set it up so that it's in the center position. And then it is going to rotate from here to here or from here to here. And if you would like to cam it, we have a separate video on how to actually cam this actuator. Now you need to choose the valve that you're actually going to actuate. And we're just going to give you a simple example. And of course, we put this in the center position, so we are going to actually mount the valve here. So in order to put the valve in, you're going to have to take a few screws out. So we're going to take this screw out right up here, this screw right here, because that's the front, and then this screw, and then finally this one. That allows the holes to line up from this actuator, and you will see that in the box you are going to get a packet of screws, and those screws are going to allow you to mount this on there. So then we're going to replace, using these screws, we're going to put them in this hole, this hole, this hole, and this hole before we ever actually turn the actuator on. And you'll notice that, of course, my handle lines up, and so that way I can get the holes lined up. You can twist this a little if you're out of a line, and it'll allow you to get those screws in. After the valve is mounted, it's going to look something like this. And when you plug it in, then we can take and we can flip our switch to see where we want to go. So we are actually going to have the off cover the spa section, because we are going to assume that we're going to start setting this up in pool mode. So this off, there's actually a door underneath here that's going to close this off. And once this pipe is closed off, that's the spa suction, it will allow the pool suction water to come in and flow up to the pump. So that is the way that we want it to go. So we now have this actuator set for what's called pool mode. This is our return side actuator. As you can see, spa return, pool return. So again, we're going to flip our position, and of course we want this off to cover up the spa return. Be very cautious that you notice how this is turning over the empty space. You never ever want to have it turn over either the suction pipe or the return pipe, because what you'll do is, if this is circulating or closing over this pipe, it will close that pipe and it will dead end it. That won't be a good thing on the return, and that will not be a good thing on the suction. Actually, if you do it on the suction side, you could very well damage the valve that's underneath as it closes. Here's our Jandy AquaLink RS, and you'll notice it's in auto mode. I would recommend that you turn it to timeout mode as you're setting the actuators. So first of all, this, if you check on the door, it gives you a diagram or if you have really good eyes, you can see above this that it says that this is the suction side actuator and this is the return side actuator. So I have my suction side in here, my return side plugged into that. You'll notice that there are two other actuator ports. The one actuator port here is for the cleaner, typically, and then this is for the solar. Now, these can actually be assigned. You can assign them to an auxiliary. However, these, the intake and the return actuators, cannot be assigned. Those are already set up. However, when you go into spillover mode, if you choose spillover mode by flipping the correct dip switch over here, then it automatically knows to change your return side actuator so that the water, all the water, will then go into the spa. So I'm in timeout mode. Try to never use service mode, because if you forget, then somebody has to go back and take it out of service mode. If you use timeout mode, then after about 2 hours, it will go back to auto mode. Over here, we actually have our control button for our valves. So you'll notice that this says pool mode. So what that means is that we are going to be closing off the suction side, and this is spa suction, and we are going to have the pool suction. We are going to close off the spa return, and we are having all the water go to the pool return. So the suction side actuator is going to look like this. Notice that the off is over the spa suction, and that leaves the pool suction wide open and allows the water to go up to the pump. Here's our return side actuator. Again, you're going to notice that the spa return, the off is closing off the spa return, the pool return is open, and here's our water coming from our filter system back into the pool. So the water is going to go into here and out the pool return. Okay, so now I'm going to push this button once, and it's going to put me into spa mode. What that's going to mean is that now I'm going to close off my pool suction and open my spa suction, and I'm going to have the water go to my spa return and close off this pool return. And this is my suction side actuator, so you'll notice that the off is now over the pool suction, and it allows the spa suction water to come in and go up to the pump. This is my return actuator, and so the water is going to come into here, and I want it to go to the spa return. So you're going to see that the off is closing the pool return. So I am now in spa mode. So I am taking my water from the spa, putting it through my filter system, probably through my heater, and I am returning the water to the spa. All the water is coming from the spa, all the water is returning to the spa. Next, I'm going to push this button one more time, and it goes into what's called spa drain. What does this mean? This means that I am going to be taking my water from the spa and returning it to the pool. So if we go check the actuators, you will notice that my suction side actuator has not changed. So I have my pool suction closed off, all my water is coming from the spa suction and going to the pump. However, if you look at my return actuator, I have now closed off the spa return and all my water is going to the pool. So through my pump, filter, heater, salt system, anything that I have in that line, I'm now going to my pool. So this, of course, is going to drain the spa because I am sucking the water out of the spa and returning it to the pool. Lastly, I'm going to hit my valve mode button one more time, and we're going to go to spa fill. So now, in order to fill the spa, I'm going to need to take the water from the pool and return it to the spa. This would also be equivalent to what's called the spillway function if you were in automation. Again, you're going to have all the water come from the pool, go through the pump system, and you're going to return all the water to the spa. Now you can see that the off is over the spa suction. So my water is coming from the pool, it's going to my pump, through my heater, through my filter, through my heater, salt system, anything that I have in line, and my water is coming from the return and it's going to the spa return. You'll notice that the off is over the pool return. So this is what's called the spa fill mode. It is important that you go through all the different valve modes so that you can verify that the intake actuator is actually plugged into the intake and the return is actually plugged into the return. And if you had them reversed, of course, your spa drain and your spa fill would be reversed. So go through pool mode, make sure that that works correctly, spa mode, spa drain, spa fill. Once you go through that, then of course put it back in pool mode and preferably take it out of timeout mode back into auto mode, and you're ready for business. Thank you for watching our short video. If you enjoyed it, drop us a like. We'd greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel, and have a nice day.